Baby, my biggest regret is not signing up for the PPP loan. Because all y'all free. That is my biggest regret, is not signing up for the PPP loan. Because all y'all free. Just though we shut down again, I'm signing up for a PPP, EBT, SWB, TLC, WWE. I'm signing up for everything. All of it. Run me all of it.
Okay, y'all. So, yeah. Y'all read the caption right. It's my testimony about the PPP loan, y'all. I'm going to try to make it short and sweet because I only got 10 minutes. It would have been long, but I've been waiting to do this testimony, and the Lord gave me the go, so we here. We here, y'all. Okay, so, of course, PPP loan happened 2021. Boom, yep, feel convicted. Still did it. I guess I didn't feel bad enough. Note that I wasn't in Christ yet, so I guess conviction wasn't enough, clearly. I still did it. But clearly it was also for purpose. Besides the point. Fast forward. I'm in Christ. Came to Christ 2022. Yeah, 2022 came to Christ. New creature. Right? Living a whole different life now. Not like I was just out there just doing fraud. Like, that, that's not my character. That's not me. I was just doing some lying to myself, knowing it went right, just out there doing stuff, knowing it went right. But back to the story. So fast forward, sometime around fall 2024, I'm 2 years in Christ, on fire for God. Deeper in my walk, right? I'm in a room. I'm writing spiritual welfare scriptures down, right? I'm worshiping. I'm in the zone, bruh. Then it's a knock at the door. It's a detective. Now, what's she at my house for? What? She came because someone put some phones in my mom's name. And my mom trying to figure out why she get a bill from a phone company that she don't have. So, of course, she had to write a report. And I'm assuming they thinking, since I don't did a PPP, your girl into the fraud stuff. But I'm not. I'm just a good girl doing bad things. But everybody make mistakes. But it's all right because I'm a new creature. Yeah, thanks to my Lord. Yeah, focus. Right, so she came there to ask about my mom's phones or whatever. But, of course, when she heard my name, they took that as an opportunity to start questioning me. When I tell you I was caught off guard, I'm in there writing spiritual welfare scriptures down. I ain't know the welfare was going to be knocking at my door in a few seconds, bro. Like, soon as she asked about it, bro, my whole facial expression switched up because she pissed me off. Because don't do this. I'm growing in Christ. I'm getting close to the Lord, and you want to come knock on my door while the PPP loan that happened in 2021? Like, come on now. I'm forgiven. Like, don't do this to me. You feel me? Woo! Okay. So, yeah, my face expression got scratched up, and then she asked me questions of that I have no clue what she is talking about. I'm just gonna be real. I ain't know what this lady was talking about. And I'm in my head like, oh my goodness, the Lord said thou shalt not lie. But I'm also in my head like, Lord, I gotta lie because I don't want to go to jail. But I'm like, I don't want to disobey my Lord. You feel me? So I was in my head. So I was kind of lying, which makes it a whole lie because you can't kind of lie and say it's half of a lie. It's just a whole lie regardless. So then she said something. I'm just like, nah, could we talk with my lawyer or whatever? Then she was just like, ain't nothing you can say, right? I'm just like, girl, like, get out my face, for real. Don't do this to me. Not right now. Like, y'all. So that happened in fall. Of course, it made my people a little worried. Me, a bit worried. But it's just like, you reap what you sow, bro. Like, I knew what I was doing was wrong, but yet I still did it. I kept lying to myself. Oh, they steal from people. Oh, it's forgiven. Oh, da-da-da-da. It's still wrong regardless, bro. Regardless. Yeah. But eventually, nothing else was said about it, so it was below. Just, of course, prayed about it. Of course, talk with the Lord about it. specifically repenting about the PPP loan, you know, because I didn't necessarily do that. Of course, I repented of all things, known and unknown, but specifically pointing that out to the Lord, I did, and I talked to him about it. I told him the truth. Did all that right there, right? That was fall, right? Tell me why January 2025, one morning, well, January 29th to be exact, early in the morning, I ain't woke yet. My children ain't woke yet. I ain't even got my children ready for school yet. These people knocking at my door. I ain't hear it. My mama got a Ring camera, so she talked with them. They told her that they were looking for me. She called my phone. She like, Kai, the police at the door. They coming to get you. I'm just like, what you want me to do? Like, what you want me to do? You want me to run? Like, where I'm supposed to go? Jump out the window? I'm called, bro. Like, I'm wrong. There's nothing I can say that can get me out of this right now. Like, they got a warrant out for my arrest. What can I do, bro? They was chill about it though. They didn't harass me. They weren't mean. They was really sweet. But yeah, they took me in that day. Crazy thing, everybody was nice. Everybody was so nice. And everybody was so confused as to why I was there. It's just like, what? Like, this can't be you, bro. Like, everybody was so confused, like, why I was there. Even I had to go be with the inmates, bro. I was in there eating. I was in there eating with them people, bro. And that was just so nice. That was so nice to me. I was basically in prayer the whole time I was in the room while I was in my bunk. I ain't even gonna cap. I was in prayer the whole time, but they was still walking by, checking on me, making sure I'm good. You feel me? Sweet people. I knew the Lord was with me because my faith was kind of shaking. Because I'm like, dang, I don't know what's going to happen. Man, I got 3 children, bro. They little. They need their mama. So I wasn't sure what was going to happen. But I knew the Lord had me. But it was scary. It wasn't scary. But it was like, dang, I'm in a situation, and I don't see what's going to come out on the other side. But I just got to trust God, bro. Because I got to be with my kids. And, man, the Lord got this thing where 144 is the way he speaks to me. So I ain't seen my weight in a long time. So the nurse put me on the scale and my weight said 144. I'm like, dang, I'm good. My face started to build back up. Like, it stopped shaking as it was. It wasn't as shaking before, as it was before. And I'm just like, the Lord is with me. He here with me. He got me, right? Of course, I'm in there. And there were the people praying, and they started talking about God. That also helped me. It made me feel better. Then when it was about time for me to get called out, I realized they had a Bible in there. So I opened it up, and I'm reading Psalms 35, contend with those who contend with me. Woo! Because the enemy was trying it. He was trying it, man. Greater is he within me than he that is in the world. But listen, I got out that same day. Fast forward. 2 days later, the Lord give me a dream. This the dream, right? Tell me why I'm in a dream, right? I'm in an office and I'm going through my case. I'm going through paperwork, like going through my case. And like the more I go through it, it's like I'm getting closer to being free, to realizing what I'm going through. Why I'm going through this? What is the reason? Like I'm about to be free. You feel me? So I'm going through the case. And there was a dude in the room with me, right? And I look up and I look over at him and he starts smiling at me. And I said, "It's you." Guess who it was, y'all? The spirit of poverty. I jumped up out my sleep. And instantly the Lord gave me a memory that I had when I first seen Prophet Genesis Porter, and she was talking about the PPP loan months and months ago, and she said how those that did the PPP loan, the spirit of poverty will be after you, bruh. And the spirit of poverty may not look what you think it's gonna look like. Many things can come from the spirit of poverty. But I woke up, God gave me that memory, and I instantly went to start warring, bro. When I tell you I look like somebody great-great-grandma in there, I was not playing. I ain't let the spirit of poverty go, baby. Oh, I was rebuking everything in there, because y'all is not gonna do this to me. I like, woo, y'all don't play with me. Don't play with me in the Lord. You feel me? Like, I was rebuking everything. I was casting down everything. Like, And I was so ecstatic and happy that the Lord chose to inform me on what is holding me back. I'm going through this because the spirit of poverty had dominion over my life. And I had to break him off of me in order to be free of this PPP loan thing. Like, I had to break.
Did you guys just pay for somebody else's food stamp card?
You talking to me?
What? Yeah. Did you guys just pay somebody else's food stamp card?
If I did, what the f*** is it your business?
Excuse me. Food stamps are paid by taxes. I'm an American citizen, tax-paying citizen.
Hey,
You are worried about your damn taxes.
My taxes are paying for your food.
No, your taxes is not.
This is my business.
Man, what the f*** are you doing?
I'm getting as much information as possible so that when
You
the
got
cops come,
I
I can give it all.
call the cops?
Not yet, but
worry about it.
they're coming.
I'm gonna give you a reason to call the cops when in a minute. Quit worrying about my.
If we want to give
Yo,
them.
quit recording me.
You know what? It's fine. It's
Don't
fine.
fucking hold me back. Let me tell you something. If
What?
you keep
What is
that, I'm a. So I have a reason for the cops to come out
It's
here.
a free country. We can do whatever the f*** we want. Get the f***
Of course, I forgot. You guys are so used to taking everybody else's stuff. You just assume it's free. Somebody paid
Make
for
yourself
it.
useful. Take the card back.
So what?
My taxes paid for it. My tax. You know what? It's alright. I got your license plate number.
No, you better not have my over my body.
Oh, it's too late.
My
No, it's not too late. Quit recording me. No, I'm about to put my hands all over.
Just one more thing for me to get you arrested.
Yeah, it's gonna be one last before you in the meeting.
Can you don't want this. Get the f***
Oh, I want this. Seeing two freeloaders get arrested, that's exactly what I want.
Right. You feel good about yourself?
Great.
You feel good about yourself?
Feel great about it.
Saturday afternoon in San Antonio, Texas. Went to the grocery store. While I was looking for a parking place, I saw this beautiful dually $100,000 truck with a ton of chrome pull up. Dropped off a woman, looked to be maybe 30, and 3 kids, early teen years kind of age. Go into the store. I park, I go in. As I'm shopping, I see them. And each of the kids and the lady have a cart. And I mean, they're just filling them. They are pound after pound of meat, tons of vegetables. They're filling 4 carts full of groceries just as fast and full as they can. And I see the store manager sort of trying not to be noticed as he follows them around. And I'm thinking, okay, I'll hang back a little bit. This ought to make an interesting show for a Saturday afternoon. Gets to the register. They ring up her purchases. Don't remember the number. I believe it was $2,000 to $3,000. And she pulls out a stack of EBT cards, food stamps, this tall. Starts swiping them, one after another, paying for all those groceries. She's maybe halfway done, and the police come in. I assume the store had called them earlier because I don't think they'd get there that quick. It's a policeman and a policewoman. Policewoman walks up, kind of puts an arm on the lady. Policeman starts reading her rights. Food stamp fraud. I don't think her English is that great to begin with, but it's shot. The stress of that. She's calling the food stamps coupons, saying nothing wrong, saying it's the kids. And it actually comes off like she's blaming the kids for her food stamp fraud. About then, a man walked in. Looked like a cinder block somebody glued a hammerhead to. Walks up, introduces himself, and says, "That expensive truck you're talking about, that's mine. Woman you're holding, that's Sister Teresa. She runs my parish's orphanage. You will unhand her right now." Whenever I hear all these food stamp fraud and filling up the Cadillac stories, I remember that day.
If you're broke, you don't need a car note. You need a bus pass. I'm sorry. We need to normalize living below our means, being frugal. Some people don't want this advice, but maybe some of you will actually take it. A few years ago, I got my car, a 2018 Toyota Corolla. It's all black, has a little touchscreen radio. I loved it, but I had to take out a loan for it. I have about $7,000 left on my car loan, and my car payments are always on time. But I wish I took my dad's advice when I was car shopping. He literally said, "Rachel, go on Facebook Marketplace, get like $1,000, $2,000 car." He told me to get a little hoopty, and I literally didn't even want to hear him. I was like, nope, no way. I want like at least a car with like a touchscreen radio. But man, at that time where my dad gave me that solid advice, I wish that I was truly listening. I was so worried about like the bells and whistles on this 2018 car that I am now in debt because of it. Now, don't get me wrong, not all debt is bad debt, but I could easily not have a car note right now if I just listened to my dad. In that moment, I was afraid to live below my means. Now I'm paying $250 a month for a car. So don't be like me and take the bus. Mind you, I did not say Uber or Lyft. I said take the bus, get a bus pass, or walk. Carpool if you live in one of those places where a supermarket is like 20 miles from you.
I'm gonna hold your hand so tight when I say this. You do not have an income problem, you have a spending problem. You can make all the money in the world. Matter of fact, when I was making the most money I ever made in my life, going from like 40K a year to 120, 130K a year, I was the most broke I had ever been, because I made every wrong mistake you could ever make when you start making money, and that has inflated my lifestyle. I got a brand new car, I got a really nice apartment that was way more than I could afford, but again, I justified it. I gaslit the fuck out of myself. Like, that's what I did. I gaslit myself because I was like, oh, I can afford it, I'm making money. Like, yeah, technically monthly payment wise, my bills versus my income was good. However, when you factor in debt, credit card payments, student loans, personal loans, collections, hello, credit scores, I'm sorry, but you can't afford it. If you're someone who, you know, you make good money and you're like, I just need to make more money and then I'll be in a better position, don't gaslight yourself. I'm gonna tell you right now, don't do it. You gotta fix your spending habits. You gotta start tracking your expenses. Like, don't just be buying whatever you can because you make money. No, you don't. But don't worry. If you're like, how am I supposed to stop spending when every other video I see, every other influencer I follow wants me to spend money? That's what I'm here for. I encourage good spending habits. Budgeting. We budget over here. Invest in quality items. Like, don't get me wrong. We invest, we have expenses, we have good skincare, good clothes, all that good stuff, but God forbid, are we gonna be overspending just to get the latest butter yellow top? Be so for real, you don't need it. Pay off your credit cards and have a good day.
I live below my means by budgeting. Here's how. Before I started my debt-free journey, the idea of budgeting sounded terribly boring, but now I realize how awesome it is and how much peace of mind it brings me. Because I budget, I know how much money I bring in each month and how much I spend. But the best part about budgeting is that I feel in control of my finances because I literally tell my money where I want it to go. Let me explain. I get paid every 2 weeks. On payday, I pull up a simple Excel spreadsheet and write down how much money was in my paycheck at the top. Then below it, I write down all of the bills and things I have to pay for between then and my next paycheck. Things like my rent, groceries, gas, and internet. I also make a category for fun so that every paycheck I can spend a little money on the things that bring me joy. Lastly, I make a category for savings. Once I've figured out how much money I have left over after I pay all of my bills and put money aside for fun, I typically put the remainder toward my savings. Right now, I'm saving for my wedding in early 2026. Then, when I get paid in 2 more weeks, I do the process all over again. I use a really simple Excel spreadsheet for my budget because it's what works for me. Also, no 2 weeks are the same. Sometimes I have to pay for therapy, gifts for others, or travel, for example. But no matter what, I try my best not to spend more than what I'm bringing in. This budgeting strategy may not work for everyone, but it's what's worked for me the last several years and helped me pay off $60,000 of student loan debt. Do you budget? Let me know in the comments and be sure to follow Imperfect Taylor for part 8 of how I live below my means.
One thing my mom taught me that has benefited my marriage so much, and I'm so grateful, is to live below my means. It allows for so much peace and contentment in our home and in our marriage. I am not stressing my husband out about keeping up with the Joneses and about what Mr. Such and Such did for his wife. Not at all. Also, I love to have spending money. Living above your means limits spending money because all your money is going towards the car note and the rent. Speaking of, my mom always taught me the importance of paying mortgage over rent, cash car over a car note. And also, I don't pay the bills, my husband does. So I'm not gonna stress him out about trying to keep up with somebody else. And I mean, I feel like also in that is confidence. When you're confident in who you are and what you're capable of, like because she raised me that way, I am extremely confident in my ability to make something out of nothing and to make the most out of anything. That's how I was raised. So I'm not sweating keeping up with nobody. And I know I don't need much to keep up with anybody. But anyway, this is me telling you, if anybody ain't never told you, it is okay to live below your means. Trying to keep up with people is really a setback in disguise. Don't get me wrong, it's a process, especially as young adults, but do not be afraid to save up. Do not be afraid to miss out. Do not be afraid to invest. Make sure you own something. I had to tell you that because I love you, girl.
I feel like food stamps should be mandatory for mothers that have one or more child. Stay with me now. if we are qualified to receive a certain amount of money during tax time, as long as we don't go over that income bracket, we should qualify for food stamps every month for these children. I have 2 boys. Food hate to see them coming. When I say I stay in Walmart, Walmart need to go ahead and sponsor me, because I be up in there every other day. I just made groceries a few days ago. I had to go back to the store today. So all I'm saying is, if we are entitled to claim our children on our income taxes every year so we can receive a little bit of extra money, I need the government to have that same energy, and I need them to give us at least $100 per child.
Hey, I'm so excited. I got food stamps. Which one do it? Like, oh God, it's so good. 2025 started off good because y'all, literally, my money goes to food, literally. So, oh. Yo, I gotta vote. Oh, God is good. God is good. And mind you, I don't really got no kids, and they gave me $270. Y'all might as well should just gave me $300. Oh, my mama can't know. My mama can't know I got food stamps because she gonna be on her ass. Like, I shouldn't tell nobody I got food stamps. Oh, I'm gonna eat so good. King crab legs. Oh.
Payment Protection Plan con. An OC man is accused of taking millions of dollars from the government and spending it on exotic race cars. Investigators say he went to great lengths to cash in on the business program.
KCAL 9 Orange County reporter Stacey Butler with how they say he pulled off the scheme.
A Ferrari, a Bentley, a Lamborghini, millions of dollars worth of sports cars purchased with your tax dollars, the feds say, by a scam artist who defrauded a pandemic relief fund.
Instead of using the money like a legitimate business to, help a business stay afloat, instead what's alleged is that he used the money for his own personal expenses, to take lavish vacations, and to purchase 3 luxury sports cars, a Bentley, a Ferrari, and a Lamborghini.
Investigators say last spring, 38-year-old Mustafa Kadiri applied for $5 million in PPP loans and got them. They say he used fake companies. He even had 4 business addresses in Newport Beach, websites online.
Hi, looking for LaDonna Wiggins? My name's Myra with ABC 13.
Tuesday afternoon, we went to a home in Cyprus that court documents state 37-year-old LaDonna Wiggins purchased using money she received from the CARES Act. The document says Wiggins received about $3.7 million after submitting 2 PPP loan applications for businesses known as Wiggins and Grams Enterprises, LLC, and Pink Lady Line. The documents state she used the funds to make lavish personal purchases, this home allegedly being one of them.
Hi, looking for LaDonna Wiggins?
She's not here.
She's not here?
When someone finally came to the door, I asked this woman about the allegations that Wiggins supposedly purchased 2 homes using federal funds meant for business use.
This house and apparently a house for her mom. Is that you?
No.
You're not her mother?
No.
The court documents go on to mention just how much money she spent and on what. Here's just a few listed in detail in these court documents. Over $78,000 on a 2020 Land Rover, over $25,000 at Saks Fifth Avenue, over $12,000 at Hermes, over $64,000 at Chanel, and $204,000 for a business in Houston, nearly $700,000 for a home in Cyprus, and over $248,000 for a home in Katy.
Is there a time that she will be coming home?
Actually, she hasn't called me today, so I'm not sure when she's coming back.
And how are you related to her?
That doesn't matter.
We never got a straight answer from the person who opened the door. We did see her moments later get in an SUV and leave. Wiggins has been charged with bank fraud, making a false statement to a bank, and money laundering. She faces up to 30 years in federal prison. Mayra Moreno.
The 90-man is now in federal custody after being indicted for submitting a fake PPP loan application. Police say 32-year-old Kelton McLaren applied for COVID relief, this loan, in May of 2021. He claimed that his business, which was named after him, was established in 2019 and had a gross income of $100,000 a year for that year. Police say McLaren was claiming that he was running the business during the same time frame. He was either behind bars or living at a halfway house. Now, we're told he received almost $21,000 from the Paycheck Protection Program and used that money for things like DoorDash, Facebook purchases, even hotels. Then last April, McLaren applied for loan forgiveness so he didn't have to pay back the PPP loan, claiming that he had 20 employees and spent the money on payroll. McLaren is charged with wire.
Let me tell you what I think is going on here. So it looks like he's facing 30 years, which he might not actually get the 30 years. He might take a plea bargain for something less. But say even if he takes 5 years, I mean, for $21,000, even 5 years is too much. I mean, it's crazy. They're really going after people.
So this is another PPP loan story. So here we got Kristen Benrick. She's 52 years old. So apparently Texas is not playing when it comes to these PPP loans. This lady had only took out $405,340. She's facing 45 years behind jail. She was indicted on 6 wire fraud charges. So as you can see, another PPP loan fraudster had more than 200,000 in loans, and that's who they're looking at. They're looking at the big fishes. They knew she had a business, so they are also taking down the business owners, not just the people who submitted fraudulent paperwork. So she had a business from 2015 through 2022, and she took out $405,000 for that. And she basically just lied about how many employees she had, and she went out and used the funds on luxurious items like the rest of them. So chances are, if you use the money on luxurious items and you didn't pay any employees and you took over $200,000, they're coming after you this year for sure. This is what the feds is saying, that they are catching the big fraudsters. And then they'll get to the people who took lower, they got 20 years to catch these people. So they'll do that in the latter. And I don't know, she needs to contact the other people I did. This lady got 5 years and she took $6 million. So Texas don't seem like they're playing. And y'all drop a comment. They said she was out of Dallas, but then another article says she was from Houston. But this is her business. It's called Clearly Kristen. It's a jewelry business. And, she was an actual business owner. So the peace be with the people who didn't have a business at all and did this. So y'all drop a comment on what you think.
I'm gonna tell you one thing. I don't give a fuck about that PPP warrant list. Don't motherfucker calling me talking about your cap. You heard about it? It's like, bro, it don't matter to me. They ain't coming to get me. They might come and get your peoples, but they ain't getting me. The number one reason is my name ain't Arthur. You take that where you want to take it.
My coworker got fired for getting the PPP loan. The reason why I'm bringing this up is because I saw a girl's video saying that she just had her case with the feds regarding getting the PPP loan, like lying on the application, and she got sentenced to 9.5 years. 9.5 years. And I saw other people in the comments saying that they're going through their case. I saw somebody else say that they got sentenced for wire fraud. And these people are not playing. They are not playing, and banks are assisting. They are assisting in the process. As somebody who works in banking, who's worked in multiple different banks, the banks help the IRS. But let me tell y'all what happened with my coworker. So this is my coworker that turned into a friend. So I had already left the company by the time that she got fired. But ultimately what happened was, this was 2022. The list came out of everybody who had got the PPP loan. She obviously was on that list. And she ended up in HR. Clearly the bank was looking at the list. Not my current job, y'all. Again, this is a company that I left. So don't call them people again, please. But she ended up in a meeting with HR. They asked her like, oh, you were on this list, you have a business. And basically there was a date that your business had to be established to qualify for the PPP loan. And a lot of people created LLCs after that date. And that's how they know if your application was fraudulent. And so they told her like, I don't think that you qualified for this PPP loan based on when you established your business or whatever. But she didn't admit to anything. And her business was selling handmade jewelry, right? So the reason why they were able to fire her is because if you've ever worked for a bank, a financial institution, a brokerage, you have to disclose all outside business activities. It's regulatory. You have to sign off that you will disclose any second job, any second source of income, if you're a part of the board of directors for any type of company, nonprofit, sometimes even volunteer work, you have to disclose it so that the bank can make sure it's not a conflict of interest. So basically they fired her because they said that her not disclosing that she had a business was violating company policy, because she should have told them. And I'm sure y'all are going to say, well, she should have told them that, she stopped the business when she started working. I guess whenever she established it, she had already started working there. So like the dates just didn't line up. But yeah, they fired her and said that it was because she didn't disclose that she had a business. But if she had disclosed that she had a business, it wouldn't have been a conflict of interest for her to sell handmade jewelry. They fired her because of that PPP loan. And that was just their excuse. So be careful, y'all. They are coming.
I cannot make this up. I need somebody to catch this in the spirit, okay? I was offered the PPP loan years ago for my company, but I did not qualify. However, there were so many people that were like tweaking the numbers and switching one number around to make that number say that number, and all of a sudden you approved. It was just a push of a button that I would have been approved. It was just a push of a button that I would have had $20,000 in my early stages of growing my company. I turned it down. Now, when I said, no, thank you, I'm good. I'm just going to keep glory to God. I'm just going to keep building the business the right way. I know that, the $20,000 will help with a kiddo in this split second, but I feel like I should just keep working hard despite me not having all the finances I needed at the moment. I kid you not. 3 weeks later, I get an email saying that I won $20,000 in a sweepstakes that I never signed up for. The fact that I was always working with my father, and the fact that I knew that he always had me regardless of what my circumstances was looking like. The overflow kept following me. I didn't have to work for money. I could turn down opportunities. I can turn down money. I can turn down people who want to invest in my company just because they know where it's headed. I can turn these things down knowing that I'm partnered with my father, who is everything that I need. God is watching your every single movement. Every moment was a test, and I'm looking back on everything. Everything was a test. Everything was a test to see if I trusted my father or had faith in my father. I chose my father, which is why I'm walking right into the greatest season of my life. My dreams are coming true right now. I'm like literally walking in it. It's like happening, and I'm not even doing anything. I'm just being obedient every day to what he's saying.
Okay, yeah, y'all worry about the wrong thing. So what if I got 7 kids and 7 baby daddies? Who cares? So what? I'm taking care of them. They are taken care of. So what? Yes, welfare, 3K and EBT. Yes, so what? That's why they call me the EBT queen. Are y'all mad out there? Yeah, y'all are very mad. So what? So what? I love my body, I love me, and I love all my 7 kids, period. And yes, I'm going to continue to get that child support, bam, $2K a month, child support. Y'all get out of here with the bull crap, because y'all are some haters. Y'all are mad. Y'all are big mad. Like, why y'all mad? Y'all mad because y'all not getting no food stamps?
So YouTube, this your girl Quay, and yes, we at Sam's doing the shopping haul. So y'all come along with us and let's get some stuff out of Sam's. I'm really just gonna be a very short video, just a little tic-tac, boom bam, you feel me? So yeah, we already started shopping. So we got some chips, some blowout for the kids, some little bites, some hot chips, some fruit snacks, some good shit, some powdered donuts, oatmeal pie, some honey buns, and yeah, so let's get it.
Do y'all remember that time I got on here and told y'all about the food stamps? Why the fuck did they turn my food stamps off and I gotta pay back $35,000? They turned my food stamp off and I gotta pay back $35,000. Now I'm fucking aggravated because how y'all didn't know I was playing on here?
Yeah, my balance disappeared on my EBT card. I am at the register. Did this happen to anybody else? I just looked at the transactions. It says that something was deposited, but it's gone. This happened to anybody else, or are we the only ones, or are we tripping?
Okay, just left Walmart, got my groceries. I got behind this couple multiple times in the store. Married couple, overweight couple. Okay, I'm just going to say what it is. I'm going to take the facts. I'm not criticizing them, I'm just saying the facts. They were both of them, very overweight couple. Got behind them at one point, behind like the Little Debbie's, and they were loading their cart full of like honey buns and Nutter Butters and all the things. This woman says, word for word, we have to stock up on these while we can before they take our food stamps away, because then we won't be able to afford them. You can't afford them now. You can't afford them now. If you're getting food stamps, you can't afford groceries now. So the fact that you think you can because you're getting free money and you're stockpiling on your Little Debbies when you are significantly overweight, and when you're overweight, it causes health issues, is craziness to me. It gets better. They have multiple, like, Pokemon toys in the cart, and before you're like, it could be for their kid, her husband had picked them up multiple times and was talking about how he was so excited about getting this. And both of them reeked of marijuana. So you have money for Pokemon toys as grown adults, and you have money to get blitz out of your mind on pot before you come grocery shopping, and you're stockpiling Little Debbies because you won't be able to afford it once your food stamps get taken away. And you wonder why our nation is the way it is. Are you kidding me? Not to mention, it was packed in there, and there was like families. Like, I don't take my family grocery shopping. I understand that happens sometimes. You don't have a babysitter and you have to, whatever. I get it. But there was like families grocery shopping in there. And the saddest thing to see is if you saw an overweight mom and dad, all of their children were overweight. It's generational, and their carts are packed full of junk, red dye 40, processed sugars, crap food. Why do you guys not want better for your children? I do not understand. Why do you not want better for yourself? I do not understand. I will never, ever, ever understand.